you bought a Corvette. Now, of course, the real reason you bought it was because all your friends told you you would have a better golf swing. But that was a lie, because you still suck at golf, but hey, you're in a Corvette while sucking at golf. The club went further than the ball. Not bad. Now, undoubtedly, a big question on everybody's mind is, how do we get here? This car, brand new, is about the same price as this truck. So, in very simple terms, you have to ask yourself, do I need a $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 truck like that? Or do you need a Corvette? And, well, to answer that, so you bought a car that can run circles around just about anything out there, especially old clapped out muscle cars. The rear view mirror feature is great because you can see all the cars that you just beat, or you can look at yourself. It's up to you.
Yeah,
because
well,
after all, you did just buy a new Corvette.
And that may be true, but
and no matter how much everybody doesn't like it,
inside of this
just
Corvette.
got a little bit cooler. Speaking of golf clubs, the trunk, so to speak, is actually designed to carry a pair of golf clubs. Keeping it clean is tough, so you will be at the car wash a lot. Say you're cruising along at give or take 50 miles an hour. You don't really like how fast the guy in front of you is going. Well, that's a quick fix. And just like that, you have passed them. This thing is silly fast. Then there's the speed. Absolute insanity. Now I will be the first to say 3 seconds 0 to 60 is pretty good. That's right up there with a pile of Ferraris and Porsches. Well, maybe not as many Porsches as there used to be, but a lot of supercars nonetheless. Now I have managed a 2.9 0 to 60 myself. Very hard to get to that 2.8 that GM claims for these cars. I believe that is with the Z51 package, though that is possible. I'm sure if I tried, I don't know, 100 times, or I mean, I had a 1/8 of a tank of gas, I'm sure I could knock it off. I mean, a 1/10 of a second isn't much. Which actually brings us to my favorite debate about the C8 Corvette, which is the Corvette a supercar? And while that may be very subjective, some would like to say that there's some very anecdotal scientific evidence that suggests the Corvette absolutely is a supercar because it puts down supercar numbers. Although only at a paltry 495 horsepower, that is not very much, but a 2.9 second 0 to 60, 11 second quarter mile, just under 200 mile an hour top speed. Those are supercar numbers. The engine sitting right behind my head. That's what supercars do. I don't know what to say. Everything points to yes. The biggest complaint or argument, we would say, for most people is that, well, it's too cheap. Well, it's made in America. Well, it's a Corvette. Can't be a supercar. It's a Corvette. The price tag is one. Big sticking point for a lot of people like to say, oh, no, it's not a supercar because it's way too cheap. And I think that pisses a lot of people off because, yeah, it is cheap, but it's a lot of car for the money, and I don't think you can try and rationalize it being any other way. It is a lot of car for the money, period. And if you wanted to argue that it's not a supercar based on whatever reasons you might think, only because it doesn't have the right badge on the back, I suppose, and it's made in the wrong country, but if you do think you have a valid argument, what about the Z06? Because that sounds like a supercar even. I guess I would say that the C8, you know what? It only sounds, it's a V8. You know? It sounds like a V8. The Z06, that thing revs to 8,000 and change RPM off of its flat plane crank It straight up sounds like a Ferrari. People say it sounds better than the Ferrari 458. I don't agree at all. By the way, I am very much in the Ferrari camp in that regard.